Hello, hello Hell's Kitchen fans. AI Chimpo 8 here to do your Hell's Kitchen review. So last night, the remaining 12 chefs on Hell's Kitchen cooked for a quinceanera, and basically it ended with Amanda going home. Now Amanda, I'm not surprised, but because honestly, I think last week with the fact that she probably got frazzled from screwing up last week, and I think for some people, once you're frazzled, you have a hard time getting your groove back. And I think Amanda is definitely one of those people. And I think Amanda just crashed and burned on this one. I just don't understand how it took her so long to sear the tuna properly and actually cut the tuna properly to add to that. But I guess maybe her screw-ups last service contributed to that, just being nervous and all. What can you do? What's done is done. And then we got some other people that I can definitely comment on from last night. We got Barrett. Honestly, for Barrett, I think Barrett almost made a toss-up on who to send home between him and Amanda, because honestly, Barrett's had more than enough chances. He shaved his head thinking that's going to do him some good. Unfortunately, that is really not doing him any better, any more good than he was doing before. So I don't know what more Barrett could probably do, because he is definitely not matching up to some of the other chefs. Then we got Zach, who was also nominated on the blue team. I think Zach's game is obviously psyching out the other contestants, and I think that can work for a while, but eventually that's going to get in the way of your cooking. It's going to get in the way of your true focus, which is basically completing dinner services, completing the challenges, basically that main thing. So I think Zach's eventually gonna screw up royally. He's gonna get sent home due to that, unless he really gets his head together. Then we got Cindy, who's also nominated on the red team. I don't think she should have been down there, just because that was probably her first screw up, well, ever, I gotta say. Like it was basically between her and Nedra, and really Cindy has been far more consistent than Nedra. So I don't know why the red team decided to put up Cindy and not Nedra. We got Nedra, who, even though she was only actually nominated once, she's been sort of very inconsistent every dinner service, so I don't know. Amanda throwing her under the bus, though, wasn't cool. It's like, come on, you were failing on the tuna. Try to get someone in there that actually can do it. Come on. Then let's look at some people that I would say basically improved over previous services on this one. Ray kind of improved, because usually there's some sort of mistake going on, and this week there wasn't any mistake with Ray, so hopefully Ray continues like that. Have high hopes for that. Then we got Michael, who honestly I believe is the most arrogant person of the blue team, honestly. I hope he gets his head together and stops acting like he's the best chef there, because he's not. Let's just make that completely clear. He obviously got that when his dish wasn't good at the challenge. Though I don't know if he got that 100% off that. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. And then we got something on the previews for next week. We got Janelle getting her first lashing from Chef Ramsay ever. That's what it looks like. It looks like Janelle's finally going to get some sort of lashing from Chef Ramsay. And then we got Susan, who's apparently who I could be, we could all be wrong, but and the commercials could be showing something wrong there, but Susan looks like she's gonna be sabotaging a few people next week, and I don't know how well it's gonna go over with Chef Ramsay. Then we have Anthony and John. Honestly, with Anthony, well, this actually doesn't have to do with next week. This has to do more with the beginning part of the dinner service. Really, it's become pretty clear by now that the blue team's top people are Anthony and John. So it would be interesting to see them in the final two. If I had to make a final two prediction based on right now, I would say Anthony and John possibly. And I think they could be there, very possibly. Then we got Mary. Mary, honestly, I think. Luckily she came back from that mistake last week with having a hair in the slider, but hopefully she doesn't go back to that. Hopefully she doesn't backtrack at all. And I think that's all the contestants left here. If I had to say who would go next week, I would have to say maybe, you know what, it really depends on who screws up. It could be anybody. But if Barrett does not step up his game, I could probably put my money that he would be the next to go if he makes more mistakes next week. But then we got one little last thing to add into this. But because after Chef Ramsay eliminated Amanda, he said the service was so bad that he's not finished. And it ended with a to be continued, but it looks like he might eliminate one more person next week. Most likely Cindy, Zach, or Barrett. Who do you think will be the one going out of those three? As I said before, I'm thinking Barrett, yeah. But you could probably, I think everybody might have a different opinion, so I would love to hear about that. I would love to hear about the opinions of other people. So please post that in the comment section below this video. So I think that's about all I have to recap. I hope you guys watch Hell's Kitchen next week to see who gets sent home and how this to be continued situation works out. Have a good day and have a good one.